What does it take to achieve success? How do some people consistently reach their goals, while others struggle to make progress? But what if I told you that success isn't just about luck or talent, but there is a formula, a code that when cracked could unlock your full potential and lead you to the life you've always dreamed of? In this video, I will be covering why forming good habits are the cheat codes to your success, the habits that contribute to the success of the high achievers, and last but not least, I will be covering the habits that could prevent you from reaching your goals. Forming good habits is the ultimate cheat code to success because they act as a silent architects of our lives, leading our daily actions to success. Imagine each habit as a brick in the grand structure of your life. With every positive habit laid down, you're building a fortress of productivity, resilience, and excellence. But what are habits? Habits allow us to carry out essential activities without much thinking, such as brushing our teeth, taking a shower, getting dressed for work, and driving to work. These unconscious habits free up resources for our brains to focus more on the complex tasks. The habits we form can either help us achieve our goals or it can prevent us from reaching our full potential. In fact, studies show that up to 40% of our daily actions are based on habits. Habits define who you are and your potential to reach your goals. If you have a habit of sitting on your couch watching TV every night for 5 hours, you decrease the chance of achieving your life goals. Moreover, success isn't all about grand actions, but it's all about taking small but consistent actions. Now that we know the importance of habits, it's time to show you the 14 habits of successful people. Habit 1. Imagine you wanted to go on a road trip. Do you just hop in the car and start driving without a clear destination? In this instance, you might find yourself lost, wandering aimlessly, or worse, ending up in a place you didn't intend to be. Or do you first decide on the exact destination? Successful people set clear goals with strong reasons behind them. If you don't know where you're going, you will end up someplace you don't want to be. So, define your goal. Break down exactly what is required to get there. Habit 2. Once you have set a goal, it is very important to believe that you can reach your goal. There's a strong correlation between what we believe is possible and what the results will be. If we think we can, then there is a chance that we will achieve our goals. Believe in yourself, even if other people don't believe in you or if the goal seems impossible. Your brain will try to find a way to reach your goal. Habit 3. Now that you have your goal, aka your destination, and you believe in yourself, it's time to figure out how to get to your destination. This is where a plan comes in. Your plan is crucial to your success. You have probably heard the following quote from Benjamin Franklin: "If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail." Your plan should contain all the actions you need to take to reach your goal. View actions as necessary stepping stones to achieve your goal. If you bump into a large task that seems overwhelming, break them down into smaller, manageable steps. For instance, instead of reading a whole chapter, read a paragraph. Habit 4. A perfect plan doesn't exist, and your plan doesn't need to be perfect. In the past, I never took any action before I had a perfect plan. Whenever I make a plan, I remind myself of a quote from Winston Churchill: "Perfection is the enemy of progress." It is better to take imperfect actions than to do nothing at all. It is important to organize, to plan, and to set priorities. But without any actions, a plan is nothing more than potential. Successful people take action before they feel ready. Don't come up with reasons not to act, but instead, take the first step before you feel ready. Habit 5. In the past, I was struggling to find time to work on side hustles or workout. My day would look like this. I bring the kids to school. After that, I work from 9 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and then we have dinner. Since I'm a father of 2 beautiful girls, I try to spend some quality time with them. After the kids are asleep it's bedtime for me as well. So what did I do to be able to work on this YouTube channel and to work out? Well, the first thing I did was wake up at 5 a.m. By waking up at 5 a.m., I'm able to start working early so I can finish work early and go to the gym or work on my YouTube videos early in the morning. So if you're struggling to find time to work out or work on side hustles, try waking up early. In order to wake up early and be productive, you need enough sleep. Sleep is the healthiest thing we can do for ourselves. Without enough sleep, not only will you have trouble focusing, but you will also start working slower and slower. Our time is limited, therefore we need to make each hour count. Waking up at 5 a.m. is a lot easier when you have enough sleep, but sleep alone will not get you out of bed. You still need self-discipline to get out of bed at 5 a.m. What is self-discipline? My definition of self-discipline is the ability to push yourself forward, stay motivated, and take action, regardless of how you're feeling physically or emotionally. Oftentimes, I find myself wanting to sleep more when my alarm goes off at 5 a.m. But because my goals are important to me, I discipline myself to get out of bed at 5 a.m. So practice self-discipline whenever you can, because this will help you achieve your goal. Habit 8. So now that you're awake, on which task should you work on? Make it a habit to work on the most important task first. This seems obvious, but oftentimes we tend to work on the small and unimportant task first. The most important task is often the most difficult task from our to-do list. Since you have the most energy and focus in the morning, it's better to spend your energy on the most important task first. If you postpone your most important task to the end of the day, there's a high chance that you won't have the energy or focus to work on that task. Habit 9. As a consultant, I often face new challenges when switching projects. In the beginning, I got frustrated because it was all new and unfamiliar. But after completing the project, I was always thankful for the challenge because it helped me grow in terms of knowledge and skills. I don't know if you have noticed, but it is often in the difficult moments that we grow. Rather than avoiding discomfort, successful people embrace it as a catalyst for their growth, pushing themselves beyond their comfort zones to achieve greater heights. When something is hard, it simply means that you have to do it. Failure is often seen as something negative. Nobody wants to fail, and often we are told to strive for perfection. However, failure can play an important role in our journey towards success. In fact, some of the most successful people have experienced multiple failures along the way and have used them as a stepping stone towards greater success. For example, Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He failed 2,774 times according to his records before he had the working design of his light bulb. What I really like is his point of view. Edison once said, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I've successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work." Whenever I get lost, I tell myself that I am not lost, but that I have found a route that doesn't lead me to my destination. Believe it or not, but successful people, like the rest of us, experience fear. But the difference is that they take action in spite of the fear. They do not avoid failure or internalize it. They don't say, "I am a failure," but instead they study it, analyze it, and take what they can to learn from it. Fear of failure can hold you back from taking action and pursuing your dreams. Embrace failure as an opportunity for learning and improvement. View setbacks as stepping stones towards your success. Habit 11. When encountering mistakes or problems, our minds immediately focus on the problem and the negative. Although it is important to understand the problem, it should not be your main focus. Successful people tend to focus their energy in finding solutions to obstacles, because the faster they find solutions to the obstacles, the faster their problems disappear. Way before I started this YouTube channel, I always wanted to learn to become a better version of myself. The topics I cover in this YouTube channel are actually topics that I want to learn myself. I came across the concept protege effect. Protege effect is also known as learning by teaching. The act of teaching forces us to break down complex ideas into understandable parts, which in turn deepens our own understanding in the process. Habit 13. There comes a time in our lives that we are so busy with work or our children that we simply don't have the time or make time to exercise. Everyone knows the benefits of exercise to health, but did you know that exercise can improve your productivity? An additional benefit of exercise is that it improves concentration and acts as a stress reliever. One of the key benefits of exercising is that it increases your energy. This is the reason why most successful people exercise. Another habit that sets successful people apart from the rest of us is that they are lifelong learners. One way they gain knowledge is by reading books. Books contain lessons from years of experience and research. Reading is a way to discover new things and gain more understanding, and is vital if you want to become an expert in your field. I still remember my first project as a freelance consultant. I got a call when I was on vacation, asking if I was interested in a project that involved implementing ISO 9001 for a client. For those who are not familiar with ISO 9001, it is a globally recognized standard for quality management. Since it was my first freelance project, I wanted to prepare myself before meeting with a client. What did I do to prepare myself? I've read several books on the topic. Well, how did my first project go? It went very well. I even received a compliment from a senior consultant that I had a lot of knowledge regarding ISO 9001. So my advice is to read books if you want to become an expert in your field. I have shared 14 habits that, when followed, often lead to success. But it is also important to know which negative habits can prevent you from achieving your goals. Have you ever been in a situation when you refuse to take any actions because some conditions weren't met? I can't start my YouTube channel because I don't have a camera or a microphone. Waiting for the right conditions to be met or perfection can lead to procrastination and inaction. I want to share the following quote: "Perfection is the enemy of progress." I am a firm believer that done is better than perfect. I am not saying to deliver substandard work, but what I am advocating for is good enough. You can always make improvement along the way. So don't strive for perfection or wait for the right conditions, but instead focus on making progress and learn from your mistakes along the way. The next habit to avoid is multitasking. While it may seem efficient, multitasking often leads to decreased productivity and increased errors. We often think that we are doing two things at the same time, but the truth is we are switching focus. This comes at a cost. It is mentally taxing and thus depletes our energy faster, which in turn decreases our focus. And when we aren't focused, we are less productive. I will never forget the feedback that I have received from my supervisor on my first project ever. My supervisor said that I work on multiple things but never finish one thing. My advice is to focus on one task at a time. Complete that one task before moving to the next. This way, you will make progress much faster. And more importantly, you can present a finished product to your supervisor. Last but not least, the next habit will certainly prevent you from reaching your goals. You sit down to write a sentence, mail, script, or anything that is important. But the first thing you do is grab your cell phone and watch YouTube videos. You are procrastinating, which prevents you from reaching your goals. So if you are tired of procrastinating and you finally want to achieve your goals, watch this next video where I talk about procrastination and how to solve this negative habit.